Grand Rising, I am Empress Sade El Bay, and this is the Moors News Network. If you would like to follow us and join our group, you can find us on Telegram at the Moors News Network. Invite link is provided in the description below. We speak on all the latest news, spiritual news, Mother Gaia news, share knowledge, provide products and services, preparedness info, and all information that you can't speak about on any other social media platform due to content and free speech restrictions. So please come and join us. Again, that invite link is provided in the description below. Also, if any of the information provided within this video, past videos, or our message at the Moors News Network resonates with you and you would like to support our mission, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to get this information out there to others that may need what we are sharing in these critical times that we are living in today. And boy, are they ever, okay? Because today, I'm going to call this show Why Nationality is So Important, okay? Why nationality is so important, and why is it important for you to nationalize? I mean, ASAP, right away, okay? More now than ever. Um, I had received a few messages from a couple of people. I've received a lot of messages from people that want to nationalize. Okay. And let me just say this, the people that want to nationalize, I am providing free information on nationalizing. Okay. All the material, all the affidavits are free to you for those that want to do the study to know how to, finish it off and everything that they need to do after that point. It is free to you. However, if anybody, because I have received many messages, okay, from people that may be a little confused on the process and feel a little bit intimidated, and they have many, many questions and would like to see how they look completed. And it's just, it's so many different personal reasons or things that people want to share. I am doing some one-on-one consulting on that, okay, just to make sure that people get a full inner and center standing of what they're doing, what they're getting into, how to do it. And, for that, I just take any small donation for that. And I can give you information if you are interested in that. Again, and you would like any of my services to be one-on-one, I do that for a small donation. Okay. But I did get a few questions from a couple of people, and they know who they are. So, and I will not say their appellations, or you would say name for those that are unaware of what we're talking about when we say appellation. But that's pretty much what I mean. But I'm not going to say their appellations, but I will say this: the people that reached out, they had a couple of good questions. And I thought that this was very important for me to come on today and to dive a little bit deeper, and try to answer these questions just in case there were other people that were thinking the same thing. Okay. So the first thing that was said to me was about, the fact that we, are who we are. Okay. We are the indigenous people of the land. And, this land was stolen from us in however way that you would love to debate to say it was stolen. And, if it's our land, we shouldn't have to come to anybody and put paperwork in their face to, like, I guess they were trying to say something like, I don't know if it was getting permissions or just to say, making these claims through paper when it's ours. And here's what I want to say about that, just food for thought. People, I don't think they completely get an understanding of how powerful words are and how powerful words are to paper. Okay. And the spells that are cast. And these spells may feel like a curse because a lot of what we see today was done by a pen and a paper. Okay. A pen and a paper. There was a lot of contracting going on. And some of those contracts, okay, did not leave the indigenous people in the best position. However, this was an experiment, okay, that we chose to go through, and we decided to go to be sleep for a certain period of time, okay, just so we can wake up and do what we're doing today to help us with our transformation. And I believe we all can agree on those things. But what I do want to say is, and I'm sure many of you have heard, and this is not for the Moors that already know this information. This is for people that are looking to um, proclaim their nationality for the first time. Okay. And you may have heard this, that the pen is mightier than the sword. And that is so true, because you have to understand again that it was contracts involved. Okay. When we talk about treaties and constitutions, and we still debate to this day whether or not any of the indigenous people truly, if you really look at some of the treaties that are on display and on a public record, were even autographed. And I say autographed, not signed, but even graphed by the Moors. We did a segment on that on one of another Moors group channel. Okay, so one would debate that it was even done, but however, for those that say, okay, um, that paperwork was done by the Moors, and these treaties were put in place. If we look at it from that narrative, just by itself, then you will know that these are contracts before a lot of wars took place. There were contracts involved. There were spells cast prior, and then came the sword. First, there was the pen, then came the sword. Okay. So it's real important to know the power that we have as the creators in this physical realm, because we are co-creating every chance we get with our thoughts, and definitely, most definitely, with our words, and the words that we put on paper, and that we put our appellations to, that we put our energy and intent in those words. Okay. So I want to express that, and to really shine light on the importance of knowing, um, when you put your proclamation out there and you do your status correction, that you are casting spells, you are breaking the old curses and casting new spells with your intention as the co-creator of this reality. And you're putting those spells in place for you, and not just for your bloodline and generations of your children and grandchildren and so forth. Okay. So that's a very powerful thing to do. Just think about that for a minute. That's really powerful, to do something of that nature for not just yourself, but for your bloodline. Secondly, someone said also that, okay, well, the people that were here that was doing some of these awful things, um, and was not recognizing uh, us as just even being people, why would they care about our paperwork? What's stopping them from just continuing on doing the things that they are doing? Again, you have to understand, you don't have to, but I would suggest to get a thorough under, understanding, understanding, overstanding, and really do your research and do the study, because it's not just about whether they're going to do or pay attention to your paperwork. Oh, and also I'm sorry, the people had came to me that want to nationalize, also said again about this being their land. So it was like a combo of multiple questions that they wanted to know. And you have to do the study, like I said, but understand this. Um, it's not just about you just putting paperwork claiming land that is yours, okay? Because you are the heirs through your bloodline and birthrights. It's not just about that. It is about that, but it's not just about that. You the reason why the paperwork is so important, because how would it you let me say that like this: you contract on a daily basis in the corporation through your ID, any application that you fill out, just writing in black letters, writing using capitalization. um, when you go to your local cashier, um, when you sign a rental agreement, when you purchase that car, that house, go to these schools, when you do any employers, when you do any of this, every time you sign something, even through going to the bank, every time you sign something, because that's what they tell you to do, sign here, you're doing commerce, and you're operating as a business. Okay. And um everything that you have done so far has not shown that you are the heirs, all the way back to the birth certificate that stated that you were Black. Okay. And we know Black means that you are dead at law. So all of this have shown that you have no rights, no real standing. Okay. You are not a real man or woman. You're more like an animal or even a beast. Okay. So, and also not stating that you are the heirs. Okay. You're saying completely otherwise. Everything that you have done in your life to this point have not stated that you are the heirs at all. And that's part of the reason, one of the main parts of the reason why it's hard for you to go through life and say and think you can just merely say, this is my land, and um, I shouldn't have to do these things, is deeper than that. You're going to, the same way you got in this mess is the same way you're going to get out. And it's going to take you to rebut all of those contracts, terminate all of those contracts, and form new contracts with new affidavits stating who you really are. And then once you do that, and I've seen it through my own personal experience, once you do that, then you start to see a change. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, a lot of what you're seeing right now that they're calling this pandemic is part of what we have been doing as Moors, is part of us helping to create this change. Believe it or not, it's part of it. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Dr. Eileen Bay that that has stated before. And if you haven't looked them up, please do so. Okay, but I believe he has stated before that when it comes to nationality, um, not only is it very important as far as, getting your documentation together, because I know uh, he discussed that as well, but he's also went deeper into, which I don't think a lot of people thought about. It was like what do you call it? Debtors prisons. That's what he called it. Debtors prisons. As a corporation, and if you don't know what I'm speaking of, when I say that you are a corporation, I, I can give you materials on that later because I don't want to dig deep into that information. I'm hoping that the people that are watching this already knows about the birth certificate and the social security number and all of that information. Okay. So moving forward from that point. Okay. So let's assume you know that part. Then if you know that you have been operating as a corporate fiction, unbeknownst to you, if you did not know that, um, corporations are debtors. These prisons are debtors' prisons. Okay. Now try to stay with me, people. When you go to court, or they call it court, but these uh, administrative hearings, they press what? Charges. Charges. Like dealing with banking. Okay. They press charges. They say that you owe what? A debt to society. A debt to society. Okay. And again, I'm not going to get too deep. I think I'm kind of proving my point of what I'm saying with that. And with that being said, we're at a time where the corporation that everyone has known as the all capital letters and even uppercase and lowercase United States of America is no longer. With that being said, same way right now that they are repossessing uh, assets from people, whether it's through foreclosure or repossession, the same way they're doing that because of assets, because as a corporation, you own nothing. You can't, because really everything that is here, that is on the land, in the land, above the land, belongs to the heirs, the indigenous people. Now, I'm not saying this to say that to treat anyone wrong and so forth, but because I think everybody needs to be treated correctly and with respect, and with so much power comes so much responsibility. Okay. And it is our duty to clean up this mess that has been created for everybody, so everybody can live peacefully in harmony. Okay. So I believe that that is something that it is our duty to do, because we are the ones with that power. And I believe it's time for us to do that. And it's very necessary that we get it done. But first, you must know who you are and proclaim who you are publicly to everyone. That is very important to also take, because we have to say we are the Christ returned, and we have to save not only ourselves and our children, but save others. Okay. Everyone, no matter what nationality, is waiting for us to rise and to help save this planet. Everyone is. Okay. And part of us waking up to save ourselves and our children and others is knowing who you are and proclaiming it, casting that spell, casting that spell, pushing that energy out into the universe with your intentions. Okay. So that is so important because we're at a time, again, not only they're going to be taking assets, I'm hearing words about them taking people and proclaiming these people as assets, especially if you got the bots. If you got the bots, you know, they're taking their property. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of different clips online. If not, take a look. We have plenty of them at the Moores News Network on Telegram, where people are showing that their products with product ID numbers. Okay. So along with the bots, the people that have the bots, you also have corporate fictions that have not stated that they're living men or women yet. They're dead corpses. So does a corporation have what people will call quote unquote indigenous rights? Does that pertain to you when you have not did any claim of being indigenous? Does it pertain to you if you're a corporate fiction, what they call human rights? Would that pertain to a corporation? Think on that. Do the study on that. Research that and see what you come up with. You do that and tell me what you find. I can guarantee that you will see what I'm talking about just doing a study and research. It will start to, kind of make sense to you. And you will see for yourself the reason why it is so important to nationalize. Matter of fact, you are late. You're late. Now, I would say it's never too late. But for some, eventually, you're coming to a point where it may be too late, you know. But for right now, I want to push those vibes of positivity out there and say, hey, it's never too late. If you've been on the fence and you've been thinking about doing this, but you haven't did it because you're nervous about something, you're confused, you're intimidated, you have questions that you didn't have answered yet, then you need to do your homework. You need to do the study now. You need to do the research now. You are late. Okay. You need to ask whatever questions. Please reach out. Okay. Again, like I said, I have the paperwork for free. I personally believe that nationalizing yourself is something that you should be doing for free. No one should be, really charging you to nationalize yourself. I've been hearing stories about hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Now, I do know that the people that put the time and energy into producing the paperwork, okay, they should definitely have some type of donation for their services because they put that time and energy and years into producing that paperwork that you are reaping the benefits of. So you're going to probably donate to those people, as you should. However, it is a free thing to do. If you do the study and research, you can do it yourself. Most people right now feel like they don't have the time. And because of that, since they know they don't have the time, or they feel like they don't have the time, they just want it to be done right away. And with what we're doing, it would be done right away. Okay, it would be expedited for you, um, so that you can, I guess, think about other things that you're going to need to do. So, I hope, and I'm going to be doing more and more segments like this, but I hope that today, from the information that I have given tonight, has answered some questions for some people, and maybe push some people to really not just consider nationalizing, but take action. Um, if you weren't taking action before, and maybe you will now. And like I stated before, if you have any questions or need help with the process, you can reach out. You can reach out to me. My email address is it's called Moore's News Network at gmail.com. Not the, okay, let's take that out there. Moore's, Moors News, News Network, Network at gmail.com. And you can also find me on Telegram at the Moore's News Network. Again, the invite link is provided in the description below. And when you see this video, please, if you see it airing and premiering, we will love for you guys to join the live chat, or you can also send any of your, questions or comments through the comment section below as well. We would love to hear from you. Other than that, I thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening tonight. And I believe that'll be all for this evening. So I'll just say peace and love. And until next time, I am Sade Elbay, and this is the Moore's News Network.